All right, you guys, the next thing I want to think about adding to my island are mountains. Okay, now mountains are something that forms through geologic processes. These processes are often so long that in your lifetime you have no idea a mountain is growing or eroding away. But when we look at a map, the mountains that we see in a map give us an idea of what happened to this continent over time. All right. So when we think about mountains come from different things, and I'll have some slides for you guys to see that go over this more. All right. They can come when like two plates, so two kind of pieces of the earth crust are moving towards each other. It could be that one's kind of going on top and kind of being pushed up into a mountain shape. It could be that it's kind of like folding. Do it here, folding. It could be that one's going on the other, and maybe this one's melting. So we're going to get some volcanoes, which can be islands up there, okay? But they come from plate movement. Sometimes mountains come because there was an area of raised land that has eroded over time to make a mountain. So if you think like the Grand Canyon, well, that is a canyon, not a mountain. That was an area of raised land that water eroded away. So I want to look at my map and think about where I want mountains to be. And then I also want to think of why. So part of your assignment this week, you're going to look at your mountain ranges and think about why those exist. One of the big things is we don't tend to have a mountain that's just a single mountain and nothing else around it. It will be mountains for a thing. So my thought in my map here is that possibly these were two pieces of land that joined together at one point. So along the middle part here, I'm going to be drawing a mountain range. And I'm going to show you a couple ways you can draw it, depending on like the level of detail you're thinking about for your mountains, okay? So mountains can literally be just a bunch of triangles, okay? These triangles represent mountains. And you can leave that level of detail on it. That's perfectly fine, all right? You could try to draw like fancier mountains. So maybe I have some bumpy things here, kind of representing the patterns I see in the mountains. Maybe I want some shading on them, giving them some dimension. All right, whatever you want, you just want to denote your mountains in some way. Okay, so I'm gonna do another time lapse, going over me drawing my mountains here. Okay, and then I will have a video kind of explaining why I put each of my mountains where I did. All right, you guys, so I added some mountains to mine. So as part of your assignment, you want to think why your mountains might exist. So I have mountains for kind of two different reasons, and this would just kind of go into the written part of the assignment. So this mountain range, which I can give that a name, right? So I'm just going to call that, all right, after me, we'll call this the Hutchins Mountains. Right? I'm going to do these ones a more dramatic name. Okay? So we have here the Hutchins Mountain. So my idea is that this is a mountain range between kind of two plates. So at kind of some point, and this could be when the past, or it could be something that's still happening, this land mass, okay, was moving this way, right? This land mass was moving this way. And I'm not going to leave those arrows in it just to kind of show you guys. And those made this mountain range. So it's from two plates moving together, okay? This one here, the Lonely Mountains, okay? My thought with that is that these are kind of a historic remnant of something that happened over time. So in this area, at some point, the land had raised up, okay? These are very old. They're smaller mountains than these ones as they're eroding, okay? And that mass has eroded over time to leave these mountains, okay? So the big thing is just to think about why those mountains are there, okay? And once again, you do not need arrows on it to show it. That was just to describe it to you guys, okay? And remember, as with all modeling, artistic ability is not an important thing for this. So give the level of detail that you want.